Okay. I'm gonna try to do a makeup somewhat quick because I'm freaking out. Interview is at 12:20. It's like 10:22. So you think like, oh, you're fine. You're fine. We don't feel fine. So yeah, I'm gonna do this. Gonna prime my skin. I've already put on my serums and sunscreen, but I'm gonna put on the primer just a little bit. I usually mix two primers together, but because my skin is doing okay, and I usually get pretty good hydration from the sunscreen, I'm just gonna take one primer today and see how it does. It was the No Pore Primer by Shop Missy. I usually either mix that one or the Perfect Filter from Shop Missy with the Synchro Skin from Shiseido. Like I said, I want to try something a little different. I'm actually just trying some different things in this tutorial specifically because I was gonna do my 2022 face, which I probably will, but this is going to be a little bit different because my 2022 face helps me stay youthful looking. And for this interview, since it's business professional, I don't think I want to look too youthful. I want to look my age or a little bit older. So that's what we're gonna attempt. And see if we can do it. So the order that I'm doing this is usually the same order. Usually the same order that I do makeup naturally. So always gotta start with them brows. Right now I'm using the NYX Professional, what is it? NYX Brow Tint, which I was sent this, and oh my gosh, I really enjoyed it. It can be a lot to manipulate sometimes depending on how much you use and how you apply it, but it is really nice. It's really easy. Usually I'll take one brow at a time because since it's a tint, it can dry a lot quicker, and I think it's just because of the nature of it. What's it called? The type they would just say the type of brow pin it is, but it can make your eyebrows look really natural and nice. So I'll go with the pen first because it, you know, has that kind of like stains my skin and hair area, and then I think usually I end up going in with foundation, concealer, because I will go over the brows again with the powder, but probably gonna go ahead and do my skin because since it's you want to look more natural, so I like to put all the foundation everywhere. So even on the eyelids, I don't really use like an eyeshadow primer or specific eye primer. I actually like the way that the foundation looks on my eyelids, and if I don't use a lot, because usually I just try to blend it out so any excess will go on the eyelids, or if I really want to like do eye makeup first before my foundation, then I'll just let the natural oils on my eyes blend out the makeup. because that's just how I prefer it. And I like the way that it can make my eyeshadow look, especially if I'm going for a certain eye shape or just the way that I want the shadow to look. I think eye oils, sometimes it just makes your eyeshadow pop. And that's kind of what I like sometimes. This is the hard part, because now I'm like, ooh, what foundation do I want to use for now? Because I usually mix all my foundations as well. Because I'm a bitch. But I think what I'm gonna do, yeah, I'm still gonna blend them, but I'm gonna change which ones that I'm blending, which also happens a lot. Hair almost fell on me. That could have been awful. But anywho, that was really funny. Also, something that I do, that I'm going to do before I do the foundation, and I usually do it, I'm gonna apply I usually do a lip balm. I'm gonna take this NARS color. It feels like a lip balm. I think it's just a lip topper, so, you know, similar to like a lip balm. And I'm going with this brown, like bronzy shade, because with this look, if I use more pinky tones, it's gonna soften my appearance and make me appear younger. So if I go with more of a browns, it's going to help me appear a little bit older. These are just things that I notice, so, you know, true for me at least. So I'm gonna mix the e.l.f. Camo CC Cream with the Synchro Skin. And I'm gonna mix the AOA Liquid Concealer. That's gonna help brighten up these colors a little bit. And it's a really, really nice. Honestly, anything that Shop Miss A has for, I mean, I like everything that's like their brand and stuff, like full-heartedly. It's affordable. They donate to charities. And their products are like amazing. Like I don't know, I feel like I'd rather use some of their products than others that I could easily get. So I don't mind like ordering online and waiting for it, because it also lasts really well. But like their finish on their foundations and concealers is really, really nice. And if they do have any of their newer things, like I don't think I've tried those unless they just had the same ones. But I usually check their site for new things. I just haven't been able to try them all yet because I still have some products that I'm trying to use. But I'm gonna go ahead and put this on. I think, oh, I don't know if it was this one. I think so. I also buy a lot of my sponges from them because it's also really affordable. But I've also, when it comes to my foundation, I've been starting in the middle and distributing everything like that, which before I definitely did not used to do. But I'm noticing that I really, really like the way that it looks. Just because it is a lot easier to distribute product. And because it's kind of weird because I've also been doing like one-step foundation concealer routine rather than going in one at a time. I'll mix them instead so that I really get like a very neutral finish all over my whole face. And then I'll use powders to lighten or darken. So it's kind of weird. I've been trying out different methods that really work for me. so far I've been finding things. And I think it's been helping my skin in the long run with finding different ways of applying makeup. Because my skin has changed significantly over the past at least 2 years, I would say, but in the right way for me. Thank God. Thank you, God. Literally, thank you. I mean, it's always a journey and it's a struggle to maintain like clear skin, at least for me, because I had clear skin up until middle school, and then all hell went loose. But it's fine because the journey is worth it, because you learn. Okay, I'm about to get like up in here. I don't really have like a proper makeup space. I don't do my makeup in my bathroom anymore, or as of this past few months. I kind of have it set up in my bedroom, like on the ground and on a cart. I know my skin probably looks like tad oily, but we're not even done yet. Like I'm saying, it's kind of a different process, and it may seem weird, but damn, I would recommend it. Faux show. Like, holy, okay, let me just say, yes, I look somewhat greasy right now still, but oh my gosh, if I had better lighting and the sun was out, I would be super glowy, like glowy in this room. It wouldn't be grease ball looking. Like, trust me. Once that's on, I tend to just let it set on my skin. Now, that also might seem kind of weird, because it's like, why aren't you trying to set it with powder right away, or bake, or do anything like that? Well, because if you take a minute for your foundation to, you know, dry a little bit, because you just put a whole bunch of it on, if you immediately start powdering your face, there's a good chance that you might actually lose some of the product that you just put on. And there are some foundations that just need to sit for a little bit before you powder them, because then the foundation, concealer mix, you know, whatever you're doing, it'll have enough time to kind of just set naturally in your face, in your lines, in your hairs, in your pores, and keep, you know, maintain that coverage. And I went ahead and just applied some more lip product, that way they stay hydrated. But and like I said, in the right lighting, this actually, I'm just really happy with this combo. Now I'm trying to think. So I want to do eyes and then face. It might be a little bit easier because I'm not really going to do too much with my eyes. I'm probably going to use like the same face palette for my eyes, which also, how I'm going to do this. Man, I really need hair clip. Whoopsie. But look at that. I mean, yeah, my face isn't fully defined yet, but this is just foundation concealer mix. Like, my skin looks hydrated. Added a little bit more color to my skin because I'm pretty pale, but oh my. And coverage, like, yeah, I have that spot and like you can kind of see my texture, but like, who gives a fuck, honestly? Because if you're feeling good, then feel good. feel good. Yeah, hang on. All right, I found some clippies, so now my hair can relax. Okay. So I'm about to start, slowly setting my face with usually just powders. I mean, I'm debating on using a couple creams together to create the more adult approach that I want. But, man, yeah, I might just do my face. I end up doing my face first and then my eyes, but this is so difficult. Also, I'm in dire need of to washing my brushes, but I really haven't had the time. So if you see me using an incorrect brush, well, just know it's because I've been grinding on the low, not gonna lie. I won't say how, because only my family knows, but I have been grinding on the low. So I haven't really had time to clean my brushes or really share much or do much because I've been so busy doing brushes. But anywho, I'm gonna go ahead and do my eyes first. Yeah. Eyes, brows, and then face. I think usually I go face, eyes, brows. But it's fine. Oh yeah, so I'm dipping into a pretty old face palette that I got at a estate sale. It's the Glow face palette when they put hyaluronic acid in their powders. And yeah, I'm putting it on my eye because I am reckless like that. And honestly, if it's hyaluronic acid, and as much as I know about hyaluronic acid, it shouldn't be too bad for the eyes. I could be wrong, because if it is high in retinoid, then, or retina products, then that could cause a problem. But so far, I'm still gonna do it, and I'm not even gonna do that much. Oh my goodness, I'm just gonna try to define what I already have. That's usually what I've been trying to do with my more natural looking makeup. I haven't done too much of a fun eye recently with color, just because I only do that type of stuff if I have a party or a event type of thing, depending on what it is. But when I go to my regular work job, I don't usually wear makeup at all. And for the longest time I didn't because of masks. And so I figured, well, if I'm having more breakout problems because I'm wearing the mask in general, if I put makeup on and then wear a mask, it's probably going to be worse. And I used to wear makeup diligently, in college and even high school and middle school for a little bit. I would usually always wear makeup. But, a lot more recently, and because of COVID, I've just kind of been embracing my natural skin and not wearing as much makeup as I used to, which has been nice, but I miss wearing makeup for fun and everyday type of fun makeup and doing colors and just changing it up, because usually if I did my makeup, I'd also try to do different things with my hair, but it's just been really lax. I really haven't been able to go as bold as I've wanted to, and maybe it's just because I'm holding myself back, which could be a thing too. But also it's as much as I love wearing makeup, I usually want to have a reason to do my makeup, because sometimes even just the cleanup process of taking off your makeup at night or whenever you decide to take off your makeup can be really exhausting for me. And sometimes I'm just like, ugh, I really just don't want to go through the cleanup process, because if I do my hair and my makeup, that means I don't have to shower, because I don't want to shower with hair product, or I don't want to sleep with hair product. And so, yeah, that's another reason. And it's been nice too, but I just want more things to like do my makeup for, I guess, rather than just me. Because I like doing themed makeup too. Like, if I were to go to a party and there's a theme, I fully follow that theme. Because I think it's fun and it helps me think outside the box and creatively. And Halloween is always fun. I love Halloween. I usually try to plan something big that has to do with makeup or just costume. I know I've been like doing my eyes like probably for the last 5 minutes straight, but sometimes just gotta build that product up. Then blend. Oh yeah, another reason why I haven't really been wearing like makeup, specifically eye makeup, is because I'm only really good with shadows, and it's probably because I haven't really practiced doing other things with eyeliner, because eyeliner intimidates the fuck out of me. Because it's like, ugh, I messed up. Now I'm gonna start over. And my makeup process already takes a long time. But it's fine. Alright, I think my eyes are gonna be done. I'm gonna call it because I don't want to put too much more so it makes my eyes look heavy. So I think now I'm going to go ahead, continue the brow. I want to use similar colors that I was using. I'm just using a powder. Just kind of brushing that in. Hopefully it'll make my eyebrows look thicker. I definitely need to trim my eyebrows, pluck them. Like kind of like reshape them a little bit. I should probably go to a brow bar, or go to a friend. I've just never done that before. I've always done my own eyebrows and done my own beauty shits because I'm cheap. And it's like, why not learn it so I can just do it all the time? The only time I really didn't was like for a party, because it was a part of the birthday. And then for like modeling gigs, usually they'll have a makeup artist there, unless they tell you otherwise, like, hey, actually bring your own kit or do your makeup before. But usually they have like a makeup artist there, depending on what it is. We might have to come back to the brows or just use like hair to hide them. Now that we've done that, I have this really gross sponge that I'm gonna use on my face, of course, and just kind of pat that shit. So I'm gonna do my contouring slash bronzing stuff first. And see if we can do it. I've also been experimenting just with how I place my makeup. I guess like how and where I place my makeup, because that's also pretty important on like the image or mood that you're going for. which hopefully I can do it all justice for myself and look okay, or subpar. At least look good enough for an interview, you know? I think that's kind of where I'm at. Because I didn't really say, like, it's business professional. That's what it is. You gotta be professional and business. And it's like, I kind of wish people weren't, when it comes to job interviews and getting a job, I kind of wish people weren't fully judged on their appearance or even their resume. I think it should just be, you know, talking to that person. And if they're just literally telling you what they can do and proving that they can do it, and I mean, I definitely think an interview has to come with trust and trusting who you're trying to hire. And a lot of that probably helps when looking at a resume, you know, doing background checks, making sure, like, yeah, this person can for sure do the job that I want them to do. I mean, I'll be honest, I was applying at jobs that I thought might be fun. Or just jobs that I was like, huh, that's interesting. I wonder if I could be of service to them. So I was like, all right, apply. Let's apply. And, you know, some jobs were like, we want to interview. Other jobs, they're like, sorry, we don't want you. Other jobs are like, we need more information. But I'm just grinding on the low, trying to figure it out. I'm out of college now, so I have more time to explore options and see what the world has for me, you know? Which is exciting and nerve-wracking all at once. But still exciting. Alright, so some structure is starting to show on my face. My lighting still sucks booty, but it's like the best that we got, so yeah, that's what we're dealing with. You know, communication is important. You definitely want to communicate as clearly as possible, but don't fully feel obligated, especially like if there's a job that you really can't do or like make it out to, because like there are jobs where, you know, they're interviewing right now, but they only interview in person. But it's like I only have a timeline for what I can do in person as of right now. I can definitely do Zoom interviews, and like that's probably the easiest way for me to interview right now until it's closer to the end of the month, because you know, it's like making sure I can take that time off to travel to these locations is like difficult, especially if you're not sure about the COVID shiz right now, and just trying to schedule a flight, making sure you can afford the flight, and then having a place to stay, you know, and then affording to eat and live. Like, it's a lot. So it's like I have to make sure I can truly plan for that. But only best way for me to like really do that is if there's that communication. I know for sure like what they're expecting. But also it's like What do I know that I can handle right now? I'm gonna put on some blush just to warm up my face a tad. My 2022 face has a little bit more blush than this. And before I do like the regular powder, I'm gonna go ahead and do mascara. Using the, I think it's the Bad Gal. Yep. Bad Gal Bang. Charles also said this. And I definitely enjoyed it. It's a interesting wand. Very big. But I do have long lashes, so I don't mind the coverage. Okay, we're gonna probably really gross, but I'm probably gonna throw the sponge away soon anyway, so I'm sure it's fine. Yeah. All right, so this is roughly the lighting I'm gonna begin. It's really awful lighting, but we'll see how the interview goes.